Hey guys, Foxdrop here with a live game commentary, and I've recently got my hands on a PBE account, and so I thought I would give out Zach a go. I wanted to try him out, and I thought maybe if I had a PBE account, I could do some interesting videos for you guys, some like, looks on some certain changes and different stuff like that. That might get some interesting content out for you guys. So I'm doing a live commentary playing Zach. I have played him once before. I played him in a custom game against the almighty bots, and went legendary, of course. But he seems pretty interesting and pretty fun to play. So this could be a pretty fun game, and yeah. So I thought I'd give this a go for you guys. Now, big thanks to Nidhart. Like, that's me. I'm Nidhart, by the way. You can probably tell because I'm the only Zach in this game. But big thank you to him for letting me use his PB account, because this closed up. The sign-ups are have been closed for like 4 months now or something, so it's kind of annoying. So yeah, and everyone else who offered to give me the account as well, thank you a lot. But I'm using this account mainly because it had enough RP, enough IP, so I could use my own like room pages, stuff like that. But whatever, getting all that out of the way. Zach Jungle. What does he do? What is he? Well, he looks like a bruiser so far from what I played. He looks like he's going to benefit a fair amount from this meta, where you're just tanky and stuff like that. I am playing on quite high ping, but it looks as though everyone else is playing on high ping, so I might not be able to use that as a excuse this time for me. But yeah, Zach looks like a gooey mess, a gelatinous kind of nuisance, I guess you could say. He doesn't stand out as being like a carry jungler necessarily. He's just gonna jump in there, and I think you can maybe, I'm gonna turn the sound off or like really far down. He doesn't stand out as someone who's gonna be able to carry mini games, and honestly I think he's just gonna have to this game I'm just gonna build him to try and be a nuisance, like I said. So I'm just gonna be like building tank, CDR, and just like a standard, stuff that's all the rage in the current meta. So just standard stuff like that. When Maroons and Masteries, I'm actually attack speed reds, AD Quints, Armour yellows, magic level blues. So a fairly standard page. I'm sure can be like changed and stuff. It's probably not optimal. I've only played this guy once, and it seemed to go pretty well. So I thought I'd do it again. And my Masteries, I'm 921-0. I'm still want to play around with those, but I like that page so far. I mean, with these kind of like gooey arms, you slap people pretty hard with that page, and with the extra AD. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this page. And when you're playing jungle, you cannot go wrong with the room pages and the mastery pages that I have on this character. You can't go wrong with attack speed reds and AD Quints. You can't go wrong by going 921. So it's a pretty safe page. If you're ever unsure about what page to take, then yeah. Now, one thing which does strike me when I'm playing Zach, if you've ever seen that Harry Potter movie, I think it's like the third one, maybe it's the second one, where like the guy like joins Hogwarts and he's like a fake wizard, and he's like a complete like phony, big fat phony, and he tries to fix Harry Potter's arm and like turns it into like jelly. Yeah, that's what this guy reminds me of. Thought I'd share it with you. But one thing which all of Zach's abilities cost health. They all cost health to cast. And it's always 4% of your current health. Your Q, your W, and E all cost 4% of your current health. However, whenever you hit an enemy with an ability, it will spawn like these little like globs on the floor, which incidentally heal you for 4% of your max health. Sorry, not current health. No, okay, it's max health. It's current health. Sorry, and your the globs that you spawn on the floor are your max health. Okay, I'm just getting them confused. Basically, your abilities cost current percent health, and the globs on the floor are max health. So I just did a standard level 3 route here, and I'm actually going to gank bot. This game looks like it could be a bit weird, just from the sense of that they have no jungler and they have no mid laner and someone warded the middle of mid lane, so already I'm a bit confused about this. I'm not sure whether this is going to be the most high skilled game I've ever played, but it's regardless, it should serve a good purpose of what Zach can do. And in fact, it's kind of better if I'm against not so good people, because these people serve a really good, like, will really tell me how well I can carry a game. Like the number one thing you guys message me, it's like, how can I carry with you know, really retarded teammates or whatever the excuse is. And really, it's not about your teammates, it's about your enemies. And if you're playing with morons, or in your eyes they're morons, then it means the enemy team are also morons. And so that means, you know, you just need to like exploit those guys. Now, and because I'm obviously not very good with that, because he's a new champion, I don't know how it'll go, how I'll do. So we'll see if I can dominate. Now I've done a fairly standard route, but it wasn't overly standard because I didn't like gank anywhere at level 3. Usually you get double buff and then you go and gank. But I'm gonna talk slightly less about like jungling decisions this game and focus more on Zach, because he's the new champion. This is in the PBE, so if you're seeing this slightly in the future, things may have changed about him. Some things I may comment on may change when he is released. One thing I dislike to an extent is this E, where you basically root yourself and then you propel yourself forward, which I'm about to do here. Just like that. I mean, he's pretty fun to play. Okay, Carter's died to creeps. This guy is pretty fun to play, and not just from like his skill set, but just because like everything about him is pretty funny. Like his voice is kind of funny, and like his abilities are kind of funny. Like when I get my ult, you'll see like he just bounce around, and it's pretty awesome. So he's just like a pretty jokey character, and he's pretty fun to play from that extent. And like that is just, I mean, that move itself, it's got a really high cooldown, but I think that's going to make Zach a really interesting jungler to play, because he's going to be able to launch, like if he wants to invade, he can do it and then launch himself over a wall. So like, for example, like right now what I'm going to do is, I know they don't have a jungler, so this is a pretty bad example, but say you wanted to steal their buff. I think my frames are resolution windowed or borderless. Oh, okay, already it's here. Right, that should have fixed the graphical bugs. And I'm off. Okay, so that was actually a pretty good example. I'm really sorry, up to this point I had some graphics bugs. Sorry about that. That's just a bug with my recording software. When I'm in full screen, it does those glitches, so I apologize for that. Should be fixed now. But yeah, like I was doing there, when you invade, if you ever have something where you can just jump over a wall, like especially if you don't need to target something, where you just jump for free, like if you're playing someone like Maokai or Zinzao, who can technically jump over walls with their W and E respectively, if you don't have a target, then you can't do it. But someone like Zach who can just free jump over the walls like Tristana can, it's crazy. And that allows for some really nice jungle plays, really nice jungle plays. So right here, I've just gone back and I'm buying a spirit stone. You may ask why I'm buying a spirit stone, because I don't have mana, and I do the same for Mundo. I buy spirit stone on Mundo, or at least I used to before they changed the jungle. But it's because Zach spams his W when you're jungling. Like your W, you explode yourself, and you damage everyone around you for like a flat amount, and then for a percentage of their max health. And you just spam it like boom, boom, boom. And you just do like consistent damage to these people. And your Q is just like, I don't know, like you have this kind of like chode little, I don't know, like range on your Q, and you just fire out like your arms, and you punch people. And what's this guy doing? He's stealing my XP. You fire out your like chode arm, and it punches them and it slows them. And it has a fairly short cooldown as well, so you can kind of spam it a little bit, which is nice. I'm actually going to, I should probably turn my settings down because I'm lagging slightly. I don't know why, it's kind of annoying. But your E as well, like just what you've seen, which is the elastic thing. Now I'm not even level 6, so I'm like 20 XP off level 6, it's kind of unlucky. I'm gonna try and gank top though. I think if I spend a bit of time here, I could soak up some XP. Although I probably won't be able to soak up any XP without being in range. Whoop! And they just saw me. Oh no, they didn't. There you go. I'm level 6 now. And here you go. This is his ulti. Boom, boom. Alright, well apparently this Teemo's global taunt is too strong for Zed. And he's just killed him. Awesome. Now I'm fighting too many creeps here, but I think I got this. Yeah, okay. So that's really good. That's like 2 for 1 for free. But like you saw the way I engaged that gank there because of my E. Like I was standing over here and then I just jumped over the wall and then like bounced. I mean, you can get off some really intricate ganks because of his E. So that's junglers like that are really fun to play because they open up new playstyles. It's partially why I really like playing Shaco and Vi. It's because they both do those things. And Lee Sin as well, one of my better champions, is just because he's, I mean, he can, you know, just so good with all of his different kit on how he can engage on ganks. Now, so I'm gonna talk a bit about my item build here. There are kind of 2 routes I can see you can do on Zac, and that is you can either just be like a tank, like I was saying in the beginning. You can just be tanky, or you can, which is something I experimented with earlier, which is be like slightly AP-ish. Like his AP scalings are not great. Let's see, like his W does magic damage, his Q again magic damage, his E magic damage, and his ulti magic damage. So all of his skills do magic damage, which is also a pretty big deal. It definitely helps if you're building things like Haunting Guys or Sork Shoes, because that pen, if your abilities aren't doing magic damage, then you're not going to benefit from that magic pen. So you can build him kind of like off tank, like a bit like Elise maybe. I say that because last game, like what's the Leandries is actually really nice on him because you spam it. It does like consistent damage, like whenever, because you're spamming your. No, fuck you. Boing, boing, boing. Drive bounce. No! Okay, cool. Look at this! Alright, so look, I tower dive, mucked it up. Oh shit. Fuck off, bitch. Okay, right, that's uncool. You can't. If those creeps hadn't given her like lame vision, I'll be fine. But that was pretty funny. So anyway, as I was saying, like, when you're spamming your W, it means that you're going to be spamming your Leandries as well. Your W has a really short cooldown, and so does your Q when you rank it up. And especially if you build CDR too. But for this game, like, I found that Leandris was really good, and I also built O'Reilly's, but that was, I don't know whether that's going a bit too far, because at the end of the day, you really need to be quite tanky when you're playing this guy, because obviously you have to stand in the middle, and you do hurt yourself a lot with your abilities, because they all do percentage of your health. I'm going to buy Moby Boots here, I think. And just like, this guy, it's the same with Mundo. He beats himself up when he's jungling, because when he uses his abilities, it costs... Where's Zed? Zed is dead. Okay, I'll soaked up. It costs his abilities to it costs his health to use his abilities. So he's automatically taking a lot of damage when he's jungling, very similar to Mundo. And but this guy takes a lot more than Mundo does. He takes all of his abilities cost 4% of his current health, which is quite a lot if you're at max health. And so I think health regen is going to be pretty good. Any kind of regen is going to be really good on this guy. And to that extent, so is Spirit Visage, just because when you pick up your, what they call like your blobs, Spirit Visage will increase the amount of healing you get from them, and that's pretty important. Like the biggest downside to Zac is that if you don't pick up your blobs when you're fighting, you lose way too much health, like way too much health, and it's kind of, it feels like you're playing Draven to an extent. You know, Draven has to catch his axes, and if you don't catch your axes, then you're like having a huge DPS loss. It's similar to that, but instead of a DPS loss, you're killing yourself. So it's really, really kind of frustrating to play in extended oh my god, I can't speak. Frustrating to play in extended engages, especially in team fights. Like jungling's fine because you can pick shit up and you know it's not a problem when you're jungling because you're PvEing. Like nothing, the jungle creeps aren't going to stop you from picking shit up, and it's just when it comes to actually fighting. I don't know what this Aurelia is doing, but cool. When you're actually fighting in PvP, that's when the issue comes around because people aren't going to let you jump onto your slimes, and even if they let you jump onto your slimes, it doesn't really matter because your slimes will go off in really random directions, and the enemy team will be walking in random directions. I'm going for it. Probably shouldn't be going for it. Fuck, you know, you see that damage? Was that me? I just like chunked her so hard. Probably should use my E to engage that rather than my ulti, because then I would have probably hit an extra bounce on her, or maybe even hit my E on her. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Locket the Iron Solari just because I want the regen a little bit and I want the CDR. But I've completely forgot what I was talking about, and I'm getting distracted by like actually killing people. So I'm just gonna say something else now as well, which is something an item which I think synergized really well with Zaki, and that is Sunfire Cape. And the reason why I thought Sunfire Cape was really good is because obviously it's a tank item, and I think Zaki is a tank primarily, but also the constant AoE damage that it gives, which Sunfire Cape gives, synergizes very, very well with his W, because his W is a spam like AoE ability, and here we go. His W is a spammed AoE, and so if you can like have more consistent damage like from Sunfire Cape, it's a shame I don't think we're going to get this guy, then that really just it just increases the damage you do. So it's a really nice item for your DPS damage output, and every time I tag this guy with my Q, I slow him, which is why I'm like, this is a really dumb chase, because A, we're not actually going to kill him. Okay, we're going to kill him, but B, look at our mid tower, it wasn't worth it. But yeah, so we chased him way too far, but they doesn't. Okay, they did get out. I was gonna say it doesn't really look like they're even gonna get that, but I'm gonna do this red buff just because I know that they've got. I mean, it's 4v2 mid. I don't think they need my help there. And this guy actually does, in his defense, clear very, very quickly, especially when he's got his smite up. He clears the jungle very, very fast, and even AoE. I don't think I can actually do this guy. I just hope I don't jump on a shroom. Ah, I'm safe. See, look, this guy's E is a very, very nice ability. I like it a lot. The only downside to it is that you have to stand still when casting it. It's not like Vi. It's not like Vi, who like with her Q, she runs slightly slower. No, you have to stand still when you're using it. So it's not great for engaging ganks unless you're doing it from a bush or out of the fog of war, like I did on Syndra early. But it is very good for escaping, because like what I just did there with Tima, I just walked up to a wall, I charged it for a little bit, and I jumped over the wall. So it's a nice ability. It could be a lot. Yeah, it's a nice ability, and I'm not complaining that you have to stand still. I'm just saying it's a downside to it, because I'm going to turn my settings down because I'm getting way too many FPS chunks. Where are the shadows? I'm going to put low shadows because they're usually the biggest issues. Hopefully this doesn't freeze my game for too long, but even if it does, I can talk about stuff for a little bit. Yeah, so his E, I really do oh, okay, we're back in already. I really do think that it's annoying, you know, but I understand why it's there, and I agree with its implementation. Okay, I'm not lagging. Okay, yes, whatever, it doesn't matter. Hopefully it doesn't show too much for you guys, because I know YouTube only like handles like 30 FPS anyway. So my chunking down from 60 to 40 isn't that big a deal. Now last time I actually maxed my Q after my W because it reduced the cooldown and gave me more sustained damage, and I'm already doing a fair amount of sustained damage with my W. I didn't actually, okay, so I recalled and didn't actually buy anything because I didn't realise I was doing my settings and forgot to shop. Whoopsie daisy. I'll do it now. I'll buy something now. I know this is really bad, but I really should buy something because I've got way too much gold saved up, and I can get some significant items here. Locket, giant spell, pretty big deal. Right, I'm getting a pink ward now because I want to go do drag. But I'm thinking, like, I think Locket's a very nice item. I mean, not only just because Locket's a really nice item in general, but because, like, the CDR, the health regen, just very, very nice for this guy in general. I think CDR is going to be a big thing. The more you can spam your Q is really good for team fights, but more importantly, your ulti is just pretty awesome. And they don't have it warded. Now, a really good thing about Zed, the reason why he clears so quickly is because my W does percentage of their max health. So I do 100 damage plus 8% of their max health. So this dragon, I mean, I'm not even like doing a lot of damage to him. Like, well, outside of my W, I'm doing no damage to this guy. But look how much damage my W does. Boom, 276 damage. It's just crazy. Anytime you do max health damage, you jungle very, very quickly against buffs and objectives like Dragon and Baron. That's partially why people like Jax can solo Baron like really early when they get a Blade of the Ruined King. Partly because it's Jax and his kit, but more importantly it's Blade of the Ruined King. Because Blade of the Ruined King gives you the percentage health damage, and neutral monsters have a lot of health, especially the big ones, you know, like I said with buffs, Dragon and Baron, they have a lot of health. Usually the percentage damage to neutral cramps is actually like capped out at a certain amount. Like it says my it says my W is capped out at 200 damage versus minions and monsters, so I won't do more than 200 damage bonus damage to this to Dragon, but it's still a lot. I mean, for like a 270 damage nuke like every 3 seconds, I mean, it's pretty insane. Doesn't matter if they cap it or not, especially when you get some CDR. So you can cap the damage, but you can't if you've got CDR. Then that's a very good like way to work around it. So I just kind of like split push. I just like split push bot because my team doesn't really need me, and the enemy team is kind of doing very unwise decisions. And I don't, okay, I'm 4-2 and 8, but I haven't really had to do too much. But you can kind of see, like, I have done a lot of intricate things. And I think this guy, I'm going to enjoy playing this guy when he comes live. Because I've done a lot of things with my E. If I remember correctly, I escaped here from Irelia. I escaped here from Teemo. I ganked top from there as well. And then look at this. Jump, bounce. Okay, I completely fucked this up. But if I were good at this game, you can see what I would have... You can see... I mean, we still got the kill, I guess, but I completely fucked that up. But, I mean, it just looks like a fun champion to play. I mean, this guy can bounce from anywhere. It's really cool. I mean, he's just got yeah, he's pretty fun to play. His passive is like an Anivia egg as well, but I am undecided about his passive as to whether or not it's good, like whether I like it or not. I'm not really sure that someone wall shit. I'm gonna juke the shit out of him. Okay, wasn't really a juke, you know, at all. Fuck, I've just killed myself. I've got my locket. Okay, I've got my locket. I'll be fine. Look how small. It's really funny. Like, Zach gets size based off of his health. And it's not just his max health, it's his current health. So look how small I am. Like, it's really funny. I'm just like a little... I'm like a bogey. Or you're American... I'm a booger, or whatever you Americans call it. I look like I've fallen out of Baron's nose or something. And I'm just like sniveling. And then look at this. I get my health back. And look how big I get while I do my little dance. Okay, this is the best dance in League of Legends. Holy shit. Swain had the best dance in League of Legends until I saw this guy. What is he even doing? It's amazing. I love it. Bloody hell. Perfect. I love this guy. Okay, so now I'm getting my Sunfire Cape. Like I said before, I really like the way the like sustained damage from the Sunfire Cape synergizes with the sustained damage from your W and the low cooldown on your Q. I probably should have maxed my Q. Usually I would max my Q, but I wanted to max my E just to see, because it does a lot of damage and it has very nice AP scaling, although I'm not really building AP this game, so I probably shouldn't have done that. But it's a nice ability in general. So we're kind of like really far ahead in this game. and so we should really be looking to end the game. This guy tabbed out and didn't realise. I'm going to bounce over the wall. Oh, that's a shame. It's a shame we got Cassadine, because he kind of like... I want to jump over walls and do shit, but Cassadine does that stuff so much better than me. And here's me farming walls while my team are actually killing them. Scumbag jungler. Here we go. I might be able to get something done here. If I activate my locket just in case Cassie gets fucked by that guy. I'm bouncing. Bounce, bounce. And he's dead. Squished like a bug. Come here, Syndra. Oh, I thought that was me. That was pretty funny. Just to die to that kind of flabby... Yeah. I don't know whether we can kill this guy. He's very, very tanky. He's right near a tower. See, this is the downside to the E. Was that I had to stand still, but its range is very, very nice that it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Malphite is up, so I should be careful, but because I have some points in my E, it's up soon. Oh, okay, Malphite's dead. Oh, right, I thought he just respawned. Already is up. So now I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to tease her. Actually, I'm probably not going to tease her because I'll die. Boom. And I'm out of there. I mean, his E is just awesome. I actually really like this guy. I don't know whether you guys can tell. I probably said that like 4 times in the last 5 minutes. But I genuinely think this guy's quite fun to play. I think he's going to be... The only thing which worries me about this guy... like I said before with the like percentage health thing, I think that's kind of... I'm not sure really. It could be too much. Like, it could mean that he's too difficult to play. I'm going to get this Spirit Elder Ancient Golem item next because I need the tenacity because I don't have it for my boots, and also I want more health regen. I think health regen is quite important on this guy, like I said before, because you're always using health, especially when you're in team fights where you're not going to be able to pick up your blobs to regain your health. You're going to need the health regen. Health regen is a good stat anyway, so it's not that big a deal. So... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to get that item next. But if there's one thing that worries me about this guy, it's just whether his numbers will be... Whether... I can easily imagine this guy just being a bit underwhelming. When Rengar was... Actually, this is a really bad example. When Rengar was released, I thought he was... like, strong, really fun, and I played him all the time just because I thought he was really good, but people deemed him... 31 gold, fucking hell. People deemed him awful and underwhelming. Actually, no, a good example would be Renekton. When Renekton was released, I don't know if you guys will remember this, because it was a long time ago. Wow, look at that synergy. And now we bounce. And we kill the Teemo. I don't know if you guys remember when Renekton was released, but if it's like that, where he's just a bit too, weak, just his numbers weren't very good at all, like his base stats were atrocious, then that can hurt this guy. But his kit is really nice that it's not going to hurt him as much as Renekton, because Renekton without, good base stats, or just Renekton with bad stats is really bad. But this guy, because he has, like the CC and stuff like that, he doesn't have a lot of CC, but he has some, I guess. I'm gonna get I think I'm gonna get magic resist. I'm gonna build an Aegis next, so I may as well. Okay, yeah, I may as well get some magic resist, so I don't have too much of it, because I opted not to get Mertreads. But if this guy's numbers are underwhelming when he's released, then I can imagine him not being overly good. I mean, these games aren't very good judgment of whether he's a viable character or not. I'm just kind of showcasing him as a character. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, this is PBE, and also I am not convinced the people we're playing versus are great to, like, I mean, you can play versus bot and fucking 80 karma is viable, so I'm not calling these guys bots or anything. I'm just saying, to that extent, if you're not playing versus great opposition, then you can make things look viable, which otherwise would not be viable, so I don't want to, get into it. Go onto the bandwagon. Hop on this guy's OP train just yet. But he is doing a lot of damage. I thought this guy didn't have that much damage, but he's actually doing a butt ton of damage. That was really bad. I'm lucky she ran in front of me. How is Zach? So far so good, my friend. No. All I can do is blob on his corpse. Fucking Timo. How you like this blobbage? Piece of shit. Everyone loves a bit of Timo hate. There you go. If that doesn't deserve your thumbs up for this video, I don't know what does. I've done everything I can, guys. So far, so good. Yeah, he's fun to play. He's good, but it's still a very testing game. But I think it still shows what this guy can do. I mean, you saw some of the shit I pulled off early. It was really fun. That locket, that fucking locket. That's why you buy locket, guys. He's dead. Never mind. Never mind, guys. Come on, Timo. I mean, he's just so tiny. He's so cute. This Zach, when he's weak, he's tiny. Oh shit! Look, I'm shrinking. I'm melting. I should be like inspired by Wizard of Oz. I don't think that guy actually uses ult, so I need to be pretty careful. I'm gonna lead. No, I want to lead the creeps over to Lulu. This Casa has a lot of damage. Maybe I shouldn't bait this. Oh shit, I fucked it up. Jump over my slimes. Slimes? Yeah. Well, that works too. Bait that shit. I kind of fucked up my E, but didn't need to. It's cool. Let's get a bit more health. I think health is great, you know, in general. It's kind of like the universal defensive stat because it helps you against both armor and both physical and magic damage. But GG, well played. There we go. Okay, cool. So that was my my showcasings of Zach, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. It wasn't a great game, but I think you definitely see what he's up to. My voice is a little hoarse and I'm kind of tired, so I apologize. It was a bit of a shitty video, but just my in conclusion, you know, my final words. I really like this guy, so I'm definitely looking forward to when he comes out on the live, you know, when he comes out live. So, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will enjoy playing him as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Check me out on Facebook. Hit like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe too if you want to see some more. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.